Good evening, Mayor, City Council members, and City staff. My name is Joe Avila, President of Orange Municipal Employees Association and Acting Recreation Services Supervisor. I've been with the city for 23 years, and like many of my colleagues, I've helped see us through challenging times like the Great Recession and COVID-19 pandemic. Fewer staff, fewer resources, and less time. We are running on fumes. How can we continue at this pace? The answer is clear based on our current 17.6% vacancy rate. We can't. It's time to face the fact that the City of Orange is no longer an employer of choice. A recent OMEA survey paints an alarming picture. Out of 55 respondents, only 6 say they're not actively looking for another job. Nearly half have already submitted applications elsewhere. This isn't a workforce on the edge. It's one already in urgent motion, searching for a way out. But most of us don't want to leave.
Good evening, council members and staff. My name is Karenza Shutman. I serve as a senior labor representative with the Orange County Employees Association and the lead negotiator for the Orange Municipal Employees Association. You just heard about the crisis, the vacancies, burnout, people showing up to hold this city together with fewer resources. I'm here to say we should be solving problems. Instead, we're watching them deepen. In our last bargaining session, the city pivoted from a practical solution to a counter-proposal built on takeaways, roughly $150,000 shaved off the backs of workers already stretched thin by a 17.6% vacancy rate. That's not a path forward, it's a retreat. It's not fiscal responsibility, it's austerity imposed on the people keeping the city running. Regressive, demoralizing, and short-sighted. From day one, OMEA has come to the table in good faith, offering practical, low-cost proposals to stabilize the workforce, preserve services, and navigate this budget crisis together. But what we've received in return sends a clear message. Your labor is essential, but your personal security and stability are optional. When inflation keeps climbing, groceries, gas, and rent cost more, offering no cost of living adjustment isn't a pause, it's a pay cut. They want to stay, serve, support their families, build a future, and believe their dedication is reciprocated with action. We're not here to be adversarial. We know many in city leadership are working hard to find a way through this, and we appreciate those efforts. This council must meet that urgency.
My name is Michelle Rubio. I'm the Senior Labor Relations Representative on behalf of the Orange Management Association, a group of 46 employees who lead, coordinate, and deliver essential services to the city that the city depends on, such as ensuring residents have clean water. We understand that the city is facing budgetary constraints. We did our part. We showed up. When Measure Z was on the ballot last year, our folks showed up and they canvassed your neighborhoods. They made phone calls. They did everything they could because they care about the city, preserving services and being part of the solution. But that same spirit of partnership hasn't been reflected at the bargaining table. We've been in negotiations for over a month, and the city has given little meaningful consideration to our proposals, even those that have no financial cost, and that sends a message. In fact, the most recent proposal was regressive, and this approach undermines the city's commitment to retaining and attracting quality employees. Right now, our members are feeling extremely undervalued. The service and commitment to the community is being taken for granted, and their work is reduced to a line item on a spreadsheet. More than 65% of my members have been here for more than 10 years. They hold institutional knowledge that keeps this organization running, especially in times of crisis. As you head into closed session and discuss these negotiations, you may be asking yourself, why should we invest in employees? What do we get? You get stability, continuity, 3 a.m. crisis calls answered without hesitation, people who don't quit when the workload doubles, who train the new employees that the city desperately needs, who absorb vacancies. You get a workforce that shows up for your residents.
My name is Martin Verona. I'm a lifelong resident of Orange, an engineer for the city, and a board member for OMEA. I'm here tonight representing city employees whose contract expired on June 30th. We understand the city is facing a significant budget deficit, but we hope you also understand the employees didn't cause it and shouldn't bear the cost of it alone. If the city and its workforce can't come to a fair and reasonable agreement by the end of next month, service levels will decline. Many frontline employees are asking for practical low-cost improvements like a paid lunch break, flexible scheduling, and limited paid parental leave. A paid lunch isn't a radical idea. It's standard at OCEA and in cities like Irvine, where many of our experienced staff have chosen to go. These policies improve work-life balance and reduce burnout, boost morale, helps retain skilled employees, and don't add to costs. They will enhance the city's image. We're open to a trial basis for the duration of the next contract. We're also open to flexible scheduling as another way to achieve the same goal, a healthier, more sustainable work environment. We also need to talk about cost of living adjustments. Inflation doesn't pause just because there's a deficit. Everything costs more, and wages need to reflect that reality. Without a meaningful adjustment, take-home pay shrinks year after year. That's not sustainable, not for workers and not for the future of this city's workforce. A cost of living adjustment isn't a bonus, it's the bare minimum. These last few months of negotiation have worn people down. Staff are working harder than ever, getting paid less than employees in most Orange County cities, wondering why it's taking so long to reach a deal.
My name is Eric Perez. I'm here tonight as someone whose life has been rooted in service. I joined the California Army National Guard to serve my community. I joined the OMEA board to advocate for people who keep the city running every day. When I started with the city 3 years ago, I saw people who had been here for decades and thought, this is where I can build a future. I believed I'd found a place that valued service, loyalty, and dedication. But just 3 years later, that sense of stability is slipping away. Many longtime employees are gone. The turnover is constant and concerning. This isn't just normal flow, it's an indication something deeper is broken. We surveyed 55 union members, and of that group, like Joe said, only 6 said they are not actively looking for, or at least considering, other jobs. Nearly 90% of the workforce is thinking about leaving. That's a crisis. As a young professional, I want to put down roots here. I want to grow with the city of Orange, contribute meaningfully, and feel proud of what I do. But it's becoming harder to justify staying. Salaries that lag behind surrounding cities, and a cost of living that keeps rising, and a lack of recognition, even in small, low-cost ways, are pushing good people out the door.
My name is Elise DeCavalis, a labor representative with the Orange County Employees Association. I'm here to read a statement on behalf of Darla Luzon, an Orange City employee. I've worked for the City of Orange for over 10 years. It's important you hear from those of us on the front lines, especially as we face difficult fiscal times and no sustainable cost of living adjustment. I've stayed committed, including coming into the office during COVID. Despite this dedication, I've been maxed out of step increases for years, my vacation time hasn't increased, and insurance costs continue to rise. There's no overtime, and the work just piles up for the next day. Since cleaning services were cut, I vacuum and clean the lobby and break room. I used to have a coworker at the front counter. Now it's just me. Breaks are inconsistent. Lunch can be at 11:30 or 1:45. And taking a mental health day feels impossible because of the backlog. I want to help every resident who walks in. We're asking to be valued and to have the support that keeps experienced, dedicated staff serving this community. When you take care of your employees, they take care of your community. Thank you.
My name is Christine, and I am a proud frontline employee, part of the city workforce that keeps operations running every day. We know the city is facing a budget deficit, but the current proposal includes no meaningful cost of living adjustment for frontline employees. It's discouraging, and many of us are starting to lose hope. Meanwhile, neighboring cities are offering considerably more pay and benefits and perks, and I've observed over time that a number of my colleagues have chosen to move on to cities that provide stronger compensation and a clearer sense of support. Each departure creates a knowledge gap and extends the learning curve for those who remain, affecting not just morale, but service to our residents.
My name is Nicole Beauvais. I'm a proud resident of the City of Orange. I also serve the public as an employee of the City of Laguna Beach. So tonight I'm speaking not only as a taxpayer, but as someone who understands firsthand what it means to serve a community. Orange is operating with nearly 1/5 of its workforce unfilled, and many remaining employees are looking to leave. I applied for a job here, but I withdrew my application and interview. The pay wasn't competitive, and it looked like the sinking ship. That decision speaks volumes about the perception of this workplace. Instead of offering support or stability, this council has responded with decisions and messaging that diminish the value. Listen to your workers, respect them, and make decisions that reflect the values and priorities of this community. Thank you.
My name is Adam Rabota, and I am an organizer with Orange County Employees Association. I was also born and raised in Orange, just a few blocks from where we are right now, so the city means a lot to me. I'm here on behalf of both Orange Municipal Employees Association and the Orange Management Association, the frontline and management workers who keep the city running. You can't deliver strong emergency services without support staff who are properly trained, adequately staffed, and fully supported. These workers aren't standing in the way of your goals. They are the way to reach them. They've come to the table with proposals that are reasonable, responsible, and focused on stabilizing this workforce. Some don't even cost the city money. They just require leadership, trust, and a willingness to act. Plans don't implement themselves. Services aren't delivered by intentions. They're delivered by people. And right now that workforce is at a breaking point. The success of your strategic plan depends on a stable, supported, respected workforce. That means listening to those doing the work and taking their proposals seriously, not later, not eventually, right now. If this council is serious about those 6 goals, the first step is clear. Invest in the people who make them possible. Thank you.
Lori Cecina. Lori?